Okay, here we're going to look at another option for a text editor that is graphical via forwarding of the XDisplay from the remote Linux machine. So you need to be sure you have that enabled. Probably test that out with XLock or similar as we went through in the other Jolts. And then once you're logged in, we have the Jolts Linux text editors directory that you would have downloaded. And I have a couple sample Python and C++ programs for you to test out and play around with the editor. And this one's called gedit. The G is for GNU, and I can give it the name of the file. So I'll use the Python file here. Okay, we have the gedit screen up now. So this is just a little Python program that computes pi using Archimedes method. So we have a little bit of code to look at. And the first thing you may notice if you've also looked at Emacs is it's remarkably similar in terms of the icons and stuff. The nice thing about this is it's a little bit more clean, simpler interface. It doesn't have necessarily all the complexities of Emacs, and generally people have reported that it's a little bit speedier to start up and typically more responsive. But it works, basically like, any other sort of editor you would expect to. You can use your mouse to put your cursor somewhere, and you can insert a line of code and start typing things and stuff like that. And then you have the save button here, so you can save your work, and you have, undo, copy, paste, all the kind of typical things you would expect to see with an editor. You can see that there's different colors here, so it is programming language aware, and it's doing this coloring based on analysis of the language, which can sometimes help you catch potential issues and whatnot. And as you move around, it'll have the line and column number down here. So if you want to confirm what line of code you're on and match that up with an error that Python is reporting, for example, you can do that. So this is another alternative to Emacs. Works similar in the sense that it's running on the remote Linux machine but being displayed locally on your machine. But again, the potential disadvantage here is that depending on the speed of your internet connection, this can work quite well, or it can be quite painful if you have a poor connection. So generally on the campus wired network, it will work perfectly. If you're on the campus wireless network, it'll work fine most of the time, but if you're far away from a base station or there's a lot of people on it, it could get a little slow. And if you are off campus, who knows? It just depends on the speed of your connection. Generally, if you have a good connection, it will work fine, but it's up to you to kind of figure out what works best for you.